Hello everyone, it's Michelle at michellesizemore.com with one L in my first name and my website link. I'm a creative memories advisor, and today you'll learn how to make this easy page using the National Scrapbook Day 2025 collection. Okay, I'm going to show you everything I used for this. It's in a Power Simple sleeve, which is open at the top and side, which is where I hold everything for a single project until I'm done, and then I fill it up with the next project. So I used some white ruled paper, that's a scrap. I used this sticker strip. This is just a partially used one that I'm going to pull from. I used this paper, and this paper, and this paper, and this cardstock. And I used a brown pen, and I believe, and also dark brown cardstock, which I forgot, but I will grab in a sec. Okay, let's get this started. My base paper is this beige cardstock. Now this comes in one of the kits for Scrapbook Day, but you can also get this in separate sheets from me. And I'm going to do this border right here. So this paper is what I used right here. This paper I used right here, and I used the deco blade with the trimmer, and I use this paper. So let's move this aside and get this border started. First thing I want to do is cut one row of this. I've got a stray sticker here. It doesn't belong. Let's see if I can save that paper. Yeah, not so much. Okay, so I'm going to grab my 12-inch trimmer. Okay, we just had a mess over there, but that's okay. I can get to that later. So I want to cut this paper. I want to cut off this little brown edge right here because I want the bottom to just be this light wood look. My blade is going to come down on this left-hand side dotted line. So I want to line this paper up where the blade will come down and cut off the brown and make sure it's straight at the top. Now I'm going to take this little clear thing. It has a black line right there in the middle, and if you run it all the way down, it's going to show you exactly where it's going to cut. I use this for things like this because it needs to be very precise, and it does show me that I'm in the right position to cut, and I should not get any brown of the dark brown. So that's great. So now I just have my little light wood colored ledge. Now I need to cut the top, and on this I want to cut just to the right of that wood, the light wood, so I just have the brown on that because that will be the top of my strip. And I think I'm positioned in the right spot, but once again, let's check it. Make sure I'm not cutting off any leaves. I need to come over just a tiny bit. It's just too close to those leaves. I don't want to crop the leaves off. Okay, let's look closely. Yeah, I think that's going to do it, and if it doesn't, I will clean it up with my scissors. Yeah, it did great. So now I have the look I want. I have the little wood, little ledge for my pots, and the brown is at the top. So I'm done with that paper for now. The next thing I want to do is to get my green with the deco blade. That is this paper right here. I'm going to take my trimmer and switch out the blade to the deco. This is the one I use the most because I think it's the most versatile. I mean, I use the straight blade the most, but this is the decorative blade I use the most. Now, I just need one edge of this cut to, and I'm going to cut it at about 3/4 of an inch. Line it up at about 3/4 of an inch. Does not have to be exact on this particular project. Okay, so I want one straight edge and one deco edge. And I'm going to do it one more time. Same thing. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. So what I want to do is, let's grab my silicone mat, and I want to put my repositionable tape runner. I think that's one of the things that fell. So let me grab another one. Yeah, I'm going to have an interesting time finding the stuff that fell between my tables because it's going to be hard to get back there, but it's fine. Okay, here's a new one. When you open your repositionable tape runner or your regular tape runner, it's going to come like this, where this little white thing is pushed all the way down. That's to protect the adhesive, so when you're storing it, you don't get like little fuzzies and stickies stuck to it. But when you're ready to use it, you pull this back, and then this pointy edge is what you point down and pull toward you. So I need some all the way down this edge, but I'm not going to go whoosh all the way down because that would really waste tape runner. I'm just going to put little dabs. That's all you need. You do not need a lot. Okay, now I'm going to do this, line it up with that line right there, and this is the edge that's sticky. Yeah, and I want to make it so that some of the green sticks out past my border. Press it down and make it stick to look like that. And then I want to do the same thing on this other side. And I want about the same amount to show. Doesn't have to be exact, but just try to eyeball it. I think I need a little more to show. I'm going to pull it up. That's another great thing about the repositionable tape runner. You can pull it up and reposition. Yeah, I like a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. So that's the look. And then I want to cut 2 strips of this with my straight blade that are about 3/4 of an inch. Same thing I did with the green ones, except I'm using the straight blade. And I ran through that pretty fast. So just in case you don't know about this trimmer, to change the blade, you just flip that up, take your blade out, put your other blade in, and close. Pretty easy. And the blade always goes in curvy side down. So I want the straight one. That is how easy it is to switch your blades. Now, this paper is a directional pattern. I want my stripes going up. So I'm going to cut this way, and about 3/4 of an inch. Let me open the arm here. Give me a little more measuring space. Make sure my little foot is flipped up, and it is. Now I have a good level surface area. I have some adhesive stuck to this strip here, so I'm going to rub it a little bit to get it off. We also have a thing called a pickup square that really helps. I'll go clean it up really well with that later, but I just want to get some of that off of there. All right, so I'm going to cut 2 straight strips that are about 3/4 of an inch. So line it up at 3/4 of an inch up here. Make sure it's straight all the way across. Cut and cut. And it does not have to be exact because a lot of this is going to tuck underneath what I just cut. Okay? Grab my border thing again, my border mat, oh, a silicone mat. Now, I'm going to do one side at a time. I'm going to put some dabs of repositionable tape runner down that long vertical side. Now you can decide how much of this you want to show past your border. I like about that much, maybe a little more, maybe, no, that's good. Okay, there's that side. You just rub it to make it stick down. And look, yeah, I need to redo it because there's a little bit sticking out here, and I need to fix that. Okay. I need to slow down and just chill and not try to rush this, because that's when I make a mistake. And I always try to go kind of quick on a video because I don't want to take an hour for these things. Okay, so it's lined up there at the bottom. well, I think. Yeah, that is great. Now I'm going to do the same thing to this side. A little bit of tape runner all the way down. Let's get this straight. Okay. And let about the same amount show on that side. Press it down to make it stick. There's a little adhesive there. Yeah, if you find that you see little pieces of that repositionable adhesive, just rub it and it'll come off. Okay, that's how to do the border. That was super easy. And I would put that down here. And then this little border right here is just a really skinny piece of brown cardstock. Now, I'll be right back. I need to run and get some cardstock. I'm coming. Well, here we go. Okay, I've got all my cardstock in these folders. These are called Power Project folders. So I've got my big pieces here, my long strips here. I need a strip that's 12 inches long, so I'm going to pick the smallest one I have to save my scraps. Put that back here, and then over here you could store like smaller pieces, rectangles and circles and squares here. So, okay, that was just a little extra lesson because I had to go grab that. Now, I think I cut that about like half an inch, between a fourth and a half. I'm not sure, so let's see. It's about a half an inch. Okay, so I'm going to put my cardstock in here, line it up with the half-inch mark, which is right there. Make sure it's straight at the top and straight all the way down. Yep, that's good. And I just put this little sticker here, and this is the completed sticker strip, and this is one I partially used, so I'm going to use this one. Take this off and mount that on here. Just try to center it up. I like how this just adds a little pop of color at the top. And so I've got my border and I've got this. Now I'm just going to kind of talk you through the rest. So I would mount this down with repositionable tape runner on the bottom. And I would mount this with repositionable tape runner at the top. I'm not going to actually mount them because I want to save my cardstock. But, you know, it would be just with the repositionable tape runner like I showed you before, where you just put little dabs all the way down. Okay, and then I would add my photos. Now, I forgot to measure these. I think these are 4x4s. Nope. 3.5 wide. By 3 3/4 tall. Okay, girls, I already forgot. Let's see. And all of these will be the same. This one is 4 inches wide by 5 inches tall. And that would be a photo. And this one would be the same. This journal box is 3 inches wide by 5 inches tall. Okay. And then you would just mount all that down with a repositionable tape runner. And I use this brown, the fine tip side of this brown pen to do my journaling. So that's a quick and easy page with 2 different kinds of borders, photos, and a journal box. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Have a wonderful day.